Family Friends, episode 13.
Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Family Friends, episode 13. Lucky 13. That's what everybody says. Is that, it's not a Friday that we're recording this, so it'll be fine. There's no bad luck just because it's 13. What did I break a mirror today? Not at all. Here's the conceit of the podcast. My friend, my name is Rooster and I host this podcast with my very best friend in the whole world, Tina Valamas. And you might be asking yourself, well, how are you guys friends? Well, it's a good question to ask, and it's also good probably for us to do a refresh, a little bit of a course refresh for anyone out there who's just joining us. Tina and my mom. What's the grammatically correct way to say that? Mine and Tina's mothers. Sure. Mine and Tina's mothers were best friends in high school and growing up, and they kept that sort of best friendship going throughout their lives. And when Tina and I were born, I'm a little older, you can tell, but when Tina and I were born, we really kept that spirit alive, and we're best buddies. And we thought we'd start a podcast to try and just let people in on an awesome friendship. Unfortunately, neither one of us has been able to be present for a podcast recording at the same time. It's a huge oversight on our part. We're very busy people, and we find time to hang out at any other time. But when there's a camera on and there's mics going, some reason something came up. Well, today is another example of this. Something came up for Tina. And I'm not going to say it's diarrhea. I wouldn't put her on blast like that. But she is getting put on blast, if you know what I mean, because she has diarrhea. But I'm not going to say that it's that, because that would be uncouth. That would not be cool for me to out her like that. But while she was on the toilet just shooting shit out of her ass, she texted me that she has a family friend that would be perfect for the podcast as like to interview. So this has been a part of this podcast, is that, and now it's become an interview podcast. I don't love that it's that, but it is sometimes when we're not here, it becomes that. So today it'll be that again. Apologies for Tina's diarrhea and the idea that we can't get in the same room. My apologies, because you guys are really missing out. You're really missing out on a vibe, on an attitude that's just fun as hell. But it won't be today, because today we have a family friend. I'm sure she's great, but it's Tina's family friend, Luciana Goobret. Luciana Goobret. What a pleasure. And you can take a sip. Feel free to take a sip out of your straw that you brought from home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's very important to bring straws and the like from home, because you just never really know who's touching things.
Yes, straws and the like. So what else would you bring from home that isn't a straw? What is the like?
Spoon.
Let me ask you something. Is it a plastic spoon you keep in the wrapping, or is it a...
God, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, it's all steel. It's all steel.
Yeah, stainless
You'll
steel.
see when you get older, it's wise to do things like this.
Okay. Amazing. Yeah.
By the way, so nice to meet you.
It's such a pleasure to meet you. You're a very esteemed woman.
Yes.
I would say when you came into the apartment, you had a big fur coat.
Yes.
And you had sort of, breakfast at Tiffany's glasses.
Correct.
And a long cigarette holder.
Certainly.
And you put them all on the coat rack.
Yes.
Separate hangers. And you took out the straw and the spoon and you said, "These will be of use to me later."
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are sometimes perplexed about why I'm hanging up my cigarette holder.
Yeah, I was. I certainly was.
It's wise to do things like this.
Okay.
It really is. Because when you have a cigarette holder lying around, what accumulates, no one ever knows.
Yeah. What accumulates on the cigarette holder, like dust or something?
Yes. Have you ever looked under a microscope?
At what?
Just anything.
Yes.
All the little stuff swirling around.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yes.
I can't have that accumulating on my cigarette holder. At least of all my French cigarette holder. It's long.
It's French.
It's long in French.
Are you French? Are you French culturally?
No.
Oh, you're not.
No.
I would think with a name like what did I say it was? Luciana or Luciana? I think it was Luciana.
I think it was Luciana.
Luciana Goobret.
No, I consider myself socially French.
Oh, I see.
Culturally, no.
It's like California sober.
Yes, and I'm that too.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes.
So what does socially French mean?
Socially French means that I prescribe. Is prescribe the word one would use? I don't think so.
I'd have to hear the second half of the sentence to know for sure.
Right. I sort of follow the French woman way of being, which is you never want to show people that you're showing effort. Like a big thing is American women, which I am one technically, but not socially.
All right.
Love to post, I'm at the gym, I'm working out, I'm at the gym, I'm working out.
Yeah.
French women, you would never see us doing something like that. We keep a figure that is athletic,
yes,
but we show no effort.
Interesting.
Have you ever seen Wizard of Oz?
Yes, I have.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
That's the motto.
It. That's it.
That's the French motto. God, I'd love to know how to say pay no attention to the man behind the curtain in French.
Right. I'll never know because as I say, I am not really French in any way besides
socially.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? You go to cafes, you smoke out of a long cigarette, you judge people.
Yes, I judge people. I'm rude often to tourists.
But in America,
which is sort of it is a crossover of being a New Yorker and being French.
There is a middle of the Venn diagram there that
there
you're
is
living
a middle.
in.
Although it's like I'm not like watch where you go. I'm like, and I sort of walk right off. I sort of just do a little huff. And I walk right off.
That's perfect.
I walk right off.
That is absolutely perfect.
Right. I met Tina judging her.
You did?
I huffed at her.
You huffed at her. And I bet Tina, because I know Tina, I bet she said, sorry, what?
That is very nearly exactly what she said and how she said.
And she said, sorry, say that again?
That's kind of what she said. She sort of challenged me.
Yeah.
And I liked that in her because the French also... we like to do revolution. So when I see that in someone...
The French Revolution.
Famously, the French Revolution. There's also lesser known, smaller ones.
Of course.
And so when she was like that, I was like, wait, this girl could be a real asset to me.
Yes.
Because I sort of liked that challenging nature.
Yeah.
And then before you knew it, we were friends.
Unbelievable. So what do you guys do when you hang out?
We're very competitive and sort of catty with one another.
Funny.
It's very fun.
That's
very fun. She'll tell me something. I'll sort of undercut her.
Yes.
I'll share something.
Yeah.
She'll sort of give me a backhanded compliment about it.
Right.
It's like a very contentious, almost psychosexual energy between us. It's very cool.
I love it. So
it's very French.
It's very French.
Very
what would you say, like, let's say I'm Tina and I'm telling you, what did you say when Tina told you she was starting this podcast with me?
I said, interesting.
Yes. And it is.
I said, we'll see how it goes.
And when we will, when we shall. That's a very good answer.
Yeah.
I would say that when I told people that I was starting a podcast, they would go, "What's it about?" And then I had to explain it. But I like interesting. We'll see how that goes.
Because that way I'm already telling her I don't even care what it's about. I don't think she'll do a great job.
No, not at all.
I'm already letting her know that by saying interesting, no follow-up question.
Yeah.
I'm already telling her I'm removed from this.
Yes.
I say
it sounds like
your move.
I'm going to be honest with you. It sounds like you're an asshole to Tina.
Yes.
And you're mean to her. But if I know Tina, I think Tina reaches out to hang.
Yes, she does. She's like what is it? It's not a masochist. It's a sadist. She likes it.
Yeah.
She sort of like, I think she gets a little giddy that she's like, what mean thing is this? Is this bitch gonna say to me today? Because I think it gives her something.
It gives her something.
I don't know what she uses it for.
Yeah.
Hopefully not her comedy because it's like that.
Oh boy.
I don't want to be in anything. I've told her that.
No.
But I think it gives her some oomph.
Yeah.
To sort of, I think people, I've been saying this since I met her. I go, people are too kind to you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think people would be too kind to me, or do you think people let me have it?
I haven't assessed you yet.
Okay. At the end, we'll do an assessment. Oh boy.
No, I'm doing it now. Too kind.
I'm too kind, or people would be too kind to me? Please. Not the former.
I think people are too kind to you.
Yeah.
And I think you need to be roughed up.
Okay.
I don't know by who.
Yeah.
I don't know by who. Not the French.
No. What about the socially French?
Socially French, no.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know. I think maybe Americans.
Okay, that's fine.
So I guess you're around them.
Yeah, I guess the most, yeah.
I guess it's, it's going well in that way. That you're around Americans.
I guess sure, yeah. I don't know. I'd like to be around all kinds of people.
Right. Don't.
What?
Don't.
No, I didn't do anything.
I didn't say anything like that.
No, Luciana, I would never.
No.
We're just chatting. But you just smoke fake sick?
It's just a habit.
Yeah,
yes,
I see.
It just sort of calms me down when I'm being accused.
I get it. No, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I will say sometimes you do see this where people who are trying to quit smoking hold a cigarette. Or hold a little toothpick or something just because they like the feeling of it.
Oh, it's
they
like
put it in their mouth.
It's a digital fixation.
Digital fixation or an oral fixation. I think I have an oral fixation. I bite the shit out of my nails.
You shouldn't say that.
Why?
You shouldn't say that.
Why? This is a Freudian thing to say.
So that's very American. No, to say oral fixation, you shouldn't say that.
Oh, why? It's brass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brass.
It's what is the word I'm looking for? Brass.
Crass.
Rash. It's rash. I have a rash.
Brass.
I have a rash and an oral
brass.
fixation. What's wrong with saying that?
In France, they would never say such things.
Okay.
They just would never say such things. But I think that's cool for you that you say that. But in oral fixation, it's just you could say something else. Like, I like to hold things in my mouth. That sounds so much better.
That sounds like I'm a weirdo holding like marbles in my mouth, and I'm like, it gives me energy or something. You know what I mean? It's a little like crystals, but a step too far. It's like I put the crystals in my mouth, and now I have
You
energy.
came up with that very quickly, and now I'm worried that it is
Why can't I just
true
be quick?
for you.
Why can't I just be a quick person?
I don't think you are. I assessed you. I scanned you.
Okay.
And I don't know, but I'm listen.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on this.
Oh, it's no problem. I like. By the way, can I point this out? It's not just a straw, stainless steel. It's got a little buffer.
Yes, and that's to protect my teeth.
I see.
That is to protect my dental.
From the steel?
Yes.
So it's like rubber or something?
It's rubber. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Could you smile for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you're doing very well. But
thanks.
for me, I do the rubber because I tend to clench on straws.
Oh, yeah, you really bite down on it.
Yeah.
You want to make sure everything's
So
good.
this is a buffer to make sure.
Yeah.
It's probably because I smoke so much cigarettes.
Yeah, that's the
the
problem. It's funny that you care so much about what how the things that would accumulate on spoons and straws and things like that. But you're a chain smoker, I'm guessing, by the...
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
so that doesn't bother you at all.
It bothers me, but I do have my own holder, as I've said. Mm-hmm. And I do have long cigarettes as opposed to short.
And so they're what?
So they are sort of more elegant, and it's sort of this way my hands, my digitals, are further away from my mouth, so that makes me feel it's more sanitary.
Oh, right. But it's a longer cigarette, so it contains more tobacco. So it's ultimately you're smoking more.
Oh, right. All right. I suppose you're going to tell me smoking's bad for you. Sort of an American myth.
Yes.
Sort of an American myth.
No. That's why when you buy a pack of cigarettes, it might be different when you buy a pack of long ones. By the way, how tall is a pack of long cigarettes? Can you fit it in your pocket, or does it stick out?
Well, I don't wear garments with pockets.
You would never.
I would never. That's very
quite American.
That's very American to say, I need to carry stuff where I am.
Yeah. Carry it elsewhere.
Carry it elsewhere.
Yeah.
So every day I put one long cigarette, I tie it into my hair in a bun.
Oh, wow.
And I sort of have it poking through, and then I take it out through the day.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
You leave it cool burning up there, it's just your head is just not smoking.
Yeah, it would look cool. I don't leave it burning, though, because I would have my hair on fire.
It'd be a fire hazard.
At that point.
You wouldn't want that.
And I wouldn't want to do that.
But that's why they put Surgeon General warnings on, cartons of cigarettes, because it is bad for you. It is bad for you.
Maybe.
No, it is.
It's bad for some people.
That is a mentality that just really is not strong for personal health. If you're saying some people.
Well, I have a lot of green tea, and I think it counteracts the negative effects.
But let me put it in a different way. Let's say your apartment. I'm assuming you live in an apartment. Could be anywhere. But let's say the place in which you live, let's say it's an apartment, is infested with bed bugs.
Oh, what a horrible thought.
Horrible thought. Terrible. Obviously, we don't want that for you. But let's just say it does. And you say, well, bed bugs are scary and annoying and terrible, but not for me, for other people. And then you jump into a queen bed full of bed bugs. You know what I mean? That's an analogy I'm using for the smoking idea, because you're saying smoking is bad for some people. Did that make sense?
So, no.
Okay, I'm starting to see the assessment of not quick.
Right.
Because it took me a while to ramp up to that.
I want to flag something for you
Flag
so
it.
you know this in the future.
Please.
Maybe I would listen to your point more, but before you said it, you go, let me put it this way. And that lets me know that you're just trying to trick me into seeing your point. So already I shut down mentally because I said this wordsmith is going to try to get me to he's going to try to get me to believe something I already told him I don't believe. I don't think smoking is bad for you. I don't think it's bad for me.
For you.
Maybe it would be bad for you. It's not bad for me, I don't think. And so, but then when you say, let me put it this way, I'm like, he's going to try to, it's like you have clay and you're just trying to make, I know it's clay.
Yeah, you can
I know
see
it's
me
this
working.
point
You
I
can see
don't
me,
like already.
scrambling to get it
Yes.
out. Well, let me explain it to you this way.
Very American.
Slow down.
Very American. It's better to be socially French.
Actually, if I can put it to you this way.
Yes. Now my guard's up.
I think it's a tri-state thing. It's a New York area thing where we have to say things before we say things because we're desperately trying to get people's attention.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we're desperately trying to get people on board.
Desperate is the word I would use.
For me and for this area. Yeah.
Yes, for
because
this area.
Because it's like, I want to tell somebody a story. I know it's not interesting and there's thousands of other things to compete with. So I have to go, did I tell you about this? Let me tell you about this.
Right.
Wait, did you hear about this? Oh, I got to tell you about this. And then you have to say 8 things just to get someone to look at you. And then you can hit them with the Dunkin' down the street closed.
Right.
It's not interesting. It's not interesting at all.
I want to tell you something.
Please.
I used to be like that.
You just did it. So used to is maybe the wrong...
It still lives in me. It's a habit I'm trying to fight against.
Yeah.
This is when I started. So let me tell you a little bit about myself.
Okay.
I'm an airline pilot.
Right. Amazing.
So...
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But you keep that
So that's
smoking
why I
sign
smoke.
off.
Well, I don't smoke in the plane.
Of course not.
That's why it's not bad for me.
Right.
I only do it. You fly a plane and tell me you don't want a cigarette after.
You know what? That's a good point.
Right. So I wanted a cigarette, but when I became a pilot, I was still kind of had this tri-state way of talking to people, barking. Hey, and I thought, I need to change things if I want to be taken seriously as a pilot. I need to stand in my power.
Yeah.
Because I can't have people coming on the plane, good flight, and now they're nervous because they talk to a pilot that's like, oh, wait, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
No, I thought I need to start being socially French because I took a flight to Paris and I said, the people here have it all figured out. They're able to command attention.
They really are.
Being very quiet. So that's why I started being that way.
I love that. That's a great origin story. That's a really, really interesting.
It's what happened to me.
Of course. No, I'm not saying you made up an origin story.
That would be crazy.
That'd be insane. It'd be insane to get on a mic and make up a fake person.
I know.
But that's really interesting. The airline pilot thing, I really did not see coming. I thought you were going to say interior designer or something. But in a way, you're designing the skies.
That's what I've. Oh my goodness, that's what
path.
I've always said. Is
Really?
Are you in airline at all?
No, I'm not in airline. But
oh wow.
God, I'd like to
you
be. It
should
seems
pursue it.
I'd love to. You know what? In another universe, I'd love to fly a plane. That'd be fun.
I think you should do
Have you ever
it.
skydove?
I did skydive once.
What is the past tense
I'm
of
banned
skydive?
from it. Skydove.
Oh, okay.
A skydive.
Skydived.
I don't know, but either way, I'm not allowed back because I tried to smoke in the free fall.
Tough in the free fall, and it kept going out. You kept lighting it,
And I
then
kept
it kept
getting
going
that,
out.
and of course, the instructor is with you. It's actually very intimate. No one talks about it. That the instructor is right
Right behind you.
Right on you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Talk about. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't have to get into it.
I won't say. It's not proper for me to say, but it's
course
kind of like, hey. But
It's kind of like, hi. Is that what it's kind of like?
you're like,
It's kind of like, hey.
hey. And so they it's like, oh.
How's it going?
I wonder if anyone has ever like met
All right.
someone romantically that way.
Say it again. I think I was
won-
screaming during your premise.
Wonder, no. I wonder if anyone has ever met someone romantically that way.
Oh, I bet.
That's a good idea for a movie.
That's a really good idea for a movie. What would the
No
name?
one fucking take
Don't take that. TM,
no one take-
whatever that R
But
means.
Hey, listen. I have an ad for you that I would love for you to read.
Okay. Well, all right. Great.
This is for a friend of mine.
This is for a friend of yours.
I told her I would do her this favor.
This is a friend of yours' business. Okay. This is an ad for my family friend Cameron's babysitting services. She is CPR and Red Cross first aid certified and a real sweetheart. I'm sorry. And I burped. So it's just too much. But you want me to start over again? Or should I go from the...
Whatever feels right to you.
I'll start over again.
Okay.
It was only like 2 sentences. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
This is an ad for my family friend Cameron's babysitting services. She is CPR and Red Cross certified first... Why can't I read this? Okay, let me start over again. Because I was going to say CPR Red Cross certified. Okay, here we go.
You know what? I struggled writing that part.
You did?
I think this is the verbiage of this.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No, it's good. I love it. I just can't
I think if we get past it, it'll be okay.
Yeah, it's just the first 2 sentences.
It's hard.
They're tough.
They're very wordy.
Yeah. This is an ad for my family friend Cameron's babysitting services. She is CPR and Red Cross first aid certified and a real sweetheart. What makes her unique, though? Tammy has also been certified in LB, aka light bullying. This is a special course babysitters can take to learn how to lightly bully children in a constructive way, aka, damn, you have to shower after soccer practice, you smell. Or, wow, you're really not going to do your homework, dummy. Or, I would not want to hang out with someone who doesn't eat vegetables. This method is great for parents who don't want to send their kids to public school to get RB, real bullied, but still want them to obtain the critiques one would normally receive from the mean kids on the bus. Tammy can also babysit with no LB. Just ask her for FAB, fake ass bitch treatment. And she will tell your kids things like, honestly, it's fine not to shower. A lot of people like natural musk. Homework isn't for everyone. If you judge the fish by its ability to climb a tree. Etc. 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 She doesn't care either way. She's in it for $20 an hour. You can message her on Instagram. You can find Tammy on Instagram.
You
and
can.
She's certified in LB, light bullying.
Light bullying.
I think that's great.
So that actually worked out. It worked out perfectly because that's kind of what I do to Tina is LB. Light bullying.
Yeah. And it does sort of, I wouldn't want to hang out with someone who doesn't eat vegetables.
Right?
That's
it's
a good
so
one.
cutting.
It is cutting. Yeah.
It's kind of like if you're 8 and you hear that, you're like, well, what?
And it's funny. I imagine if you're 8 and you hear that and the babysitter's there, you go, does that mean the babysitter's going to leave?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't fully know what the rules are.
Children should always be a little worried that the babysitter will leave. And I always said that.
Children should always be in a state of
worried.
fear of abandonment. That's what you're saying?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Not exactly. I think they should know they have unconditional love from the parents.
Uh-huh.
But I think the babysitter, they should feel a little like, oh, wait, I want the babysitter to come back one day.
Yeah,
You
sure.
know, there should be a little fear there so that they behave better.
Yeah. Do you like
Socially.
bully Tammy, your friend Tammy?
No.
You leave her she's already certified, so she knows all the tricks.
Yes.
Tina doesn't know.
Tina doesn't know much tricks. Let's be real. Tina doesn't know much tricks.
She's got a short
and she's
bag
got
of tricks.
diarrhea today.
She's got diarrhea big time.
I will be coming for her for that because I know that she'll probably think, oh, I'm not going to say what I was going to say because
Okay.
I just realized it wouldn't be really okay for me to talk about as a socially French person.
I gotcha.
The Americans seeped through, and I
Well,
was
I
going to
think-
make a diarrhea joke, but then I remembered
wouldn't want you to,
it
but
would
I-
be uncouth.
Yeah, uncouth. But I think the next time you see her, just mention something about, like, I almost had. You go. I almost had stomach issues the
then
other day, but I fixed it. I knew how to
fixed
fix it, and I fixed it. And she'll go, fuck.
That's really good. I'll tell her I nipped it in the bud.
Almost, yeah.
Because it's like stomach issues. That's not something. A lot of times people are like, I nipped my cold in the bud. I got a zinc tablet or whatever.
Right.
You can't really nip.
There's no such thing.
That will really fuck with her. It'll
Yeah.
really get in her head. Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
did she do that? How did she do it?
Do you think that you can catch a cold before you catch it? You know what I mean?
Certainly.
You think you can?
Yes, I think I
don't.
can.
I think it might be a what's the phrase? Wives' tale? Is that bad
Wives'
to say?
tale?
Wives' tale?
Wives' tale. I don't think that's bad to say, but you think it's placebo effect too, like with the remedies?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
feel a cold coming on.
have you
know what I'm
ever
gonna
looked under a microscope?
At what?
It's anything. All those
Yeah.
squigglies. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But listen, I would love to see one of your shows. I would love to make sort of a cutting remark
Really?
afterwards.
That's why.
Like, I'll be a good audience member. I'll laugh. I'll be gracious. And then afterwards, I'll go, great show. I'll give
Yeah.
you a hug that's a little weird.
Yes. Yes.
And
Almost
then
like you don't want to hug
I'll
me.
be like, oh.
Almost like touching me is like, ooh, I might get less talented if I hug this person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I want to say something like, you lost me at this.
Yes. Perfect.
But great job overall.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then I'll walk away.
I would love that. Honestly, I'd love that.
That would be great.
I
When
think
can
that's
I come
hilarious.
see you?
You can see me. So I don't know what your airline schedule is, but I'm actually going out of town a bunch in April to do stand up.
Oh, I can
And,
really quickly rework my flights to get there.
Amazing. And
Yes.
maybe I'll see you. What airline do you fly for again?
JetBlue.
JetBlue. I'm not flying JetBlue. But maybe I'll see you.
You're missing
I'll see
out.
you at the airport. I'm going to Denver, April 10th through the 13th, and actually on the 10th, I'm co-headlining Western Sky Bar with Isaiah Castillo, a very funny comedian.
Whoa.
And
Very
then I'll
nice.
be coming back to New York to do Maud Night at UCB on the 14th.
Love.
Really, really cool.
Love Maud Night.
Really
Very
fun.
French name.
Yes, very French
Maud.
name. Oh, I thought you were saying UCB. But then,
Very French.
Then I don't know where you're at for the week before Easter, but the 15th through the 20th, I'm going to be in Chicago doing shows.
Love. I'll go there.
Mostly at the Lincoln Lodge. It's a really fun club out there. I'm doing a couple
Cool.
shows at Zany's and one at Second City, which should be fun. And then on the 26th in New York, Rat Candy at Second City, New York. So that's going to be a fun
Cool.
show. And then if you want to see Tina, you want to say something. You want to say this.
Yes, I would love to say-
fixed it line.
Yep.
You go out for drinks after Infallible Joke Formula at Caveat on the 27th.
Love
That's
that.
a really fun show. Cameron Lindsay, very funny comedian, good showrunner, runs that as well.
Love that.
So those are all opportunities you can
Well-
see us and can really cut us down a peg.
Yeah, maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't.
Nice.
But either way, I'm going to have a fabulous Instagram story
Perfect.
that kind of tells people where I am, but not too much.
Yes. One time I met a woman who came to a show, and she was on an app, and she the app was like for models and influencers to go on to get free tickets on this app to comedy shows like jazz events, clubs or whatever. They get in for free as long as they post about the show. And we hadn't sent out about the show. It would just, things get picked up on this app, and the club had a deal with the app or something. She came to the show. She hung out the whole time after, and she was so generous about the show. She was like, I loved the show. It was awesome. You guys are awesome. It was me and Lucas, first impression show. And we were all hanging out at the club, and she said, guys, this show is so awesome. I have to post about it, but I want to post about it. And then she never posted about it.
She sounds like someone I need in my circle.
Yeah, she was like, all I have to do is post a story that says this show is great and the free tickets are mine. And and it never happened. It's so funny.
She sounds like someone I need in my circle. I
You
need
guys
to
would be
learn that
friends.
sort of level of psychological play.
Yeah. You
Getting
guys
in someone's
would be-
head.
Yeah.
Well, I will
it's been
see
a
you or
pleasure
not.
to be played psychologically by you today.
You got it anytime.
Yeah. Guys,
and
Luciana Goobret, thank you so much. Look out for
thank
her
you.
on JetBlue
Book
flights.
JetBlue.
Wherever
Thank
you get JetBlue flights. Bye.
JetBlue is where you get it.
Oh. Family Friends is a podcast created by Rooster Monahan and Tina Valamis. Produced by Rooster Monahan, Tina Valamis, and Lexi Leach. Edited by Rooster Monahan. Thanks for listening. See you at the next one.